Have you ever stared at the silent ruins of an ancient city and wondered, what stories do these stones hold? What did life really look like here? For centuries, we've relied on dusty artifacts and fragmented texts to piece together the puzzle of our past. But what if we could do more? What if we could ask the past to speak for itself? Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating question. Can artificial intelligence bring lost civilizations back to life? Imagine walking through the bustling streets of ancient Rome. Not just as a tourist, but as a spectator to history. You hear the chatter of merchants in the forum, the clang of a blacksmith's hammer, the distant roar of the Colosseum. This isn't science fiction anymore. AI is revolutionizing archaeology and history, turning whispers from the past into conversations. So, how exactly is this digital magic happening? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about language. Many ancient scripts are like impossible codes. Take Linear B, the script of the Mycenaean Greeks. For decades, it was a complete mystery. It took brilliant minds, years of painstaking work to crack it. Now, imagine a script with no known relatives, no Rosetta Stone to guide us. This is where AI, specifically natural language processing or NLP, comes in. By training AI models on vast data sets of known languages, they can identify patterns, frequencies, and structures that are invisible to the human eye. These AI linguists can analyze fragments of an unknown script and propose potential translations or grammatical rules. They can test millions of possibilities in the time it takes us to make a cup of coffee. Think of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Many of these ancient texts are so fragile and fragmented that putting them together is like the world's hardest jigsaw puzzle. AI algorithms can analyze the handwriting, the material of the scroll, and the content itself to digitally reassemble these documents, revealing texts we thought were lost forever. We're not just translating words, we're resurrecting entire libraries of ancient knowledge. But bringing a civilization back to life is about more than just words. It's about seeing their world. This is where AI-powered image recognition and 3D modeling come into play. Archaeologists are using drones and satellites to scan vast landscapes, areas that would take decades to survey on foot. AI algorithms then sift through these massive images, identifying subtle patterns in the terrain that might indicate buried structures, lost Roman road, a hidden Mayan temple, or an ancient irrigation system. It's like having superhuman vision that can see through the layers of time and earth. Once a site is discovered, the real fun begins. Using a technique called photogrammetry, thousands of photos of a ruin are fed into an AI system. The AI then stitches these images together to create breathtakingly detailed and accurate 3D models. We can now virtually walk through Pompeii as it was moments before the eruption of Vesuvius. We can explore the vibrant halls of the Palace of Knossos in Crete, with its colorful frescoes digitally restored by AI to their original glory. These aren't just pretty pictures. They are scientifically accurate reconstructions. AI can analyze chemical residues on pottery to determine what people ate, or examine the wear and tear on ancient tools to understand how they were used, adding layers of authentic detail to these virtual worlds. So, we have the language and the visuals. But what about the people themselves? What were their lives like? AI can help us here, too, through something called agent-based modeling. It's like creating a giant, complex video game of an ancient city. Historians and archaeologists input all the data they have: population size, social structure, trade routes, available resources, and known historical events. Then, they create digital agents, virtual people who are programmed to behave based on a set of rules derived from our historical knowledge. The AI then runs the simulation. We could watch how a virtual Roman society might react to a food shortage, how trade networks might shift after a war, or how a disease might spread through a crowded city. By running thousands of these simulations and tweaking the variables, we can test different historical theories. Did a drought really cause the collapse of the Mayan civilization? We can simulate it. Was the Roman economy more fragile than we thought? Let's run the model and see. This allows us to move beyond simple cause and effect and understand the complex, interconnected web of factors that made these societies tick. It's like having a time-traveling social science lab. Now, this all sounds incredible, but we need to be realistic. AI is a tool, not a crystal ball. The output is only as good as the data we feed it. If our data is biased or incomplete, which in archaeology, it often is, the AI's reconstruction will also be flawed. For example, history has often been written by the wealthy and powerful. AI trained on this data might inadvertently recreate a world that ignores the lives of common people, women, or slaves. It's a digital reflection of our own historical blind spots. There's also the risk of what some call digital colonialism, where from wealthy countries use AI to analyze artifacts and data from other nations without collaborating with or crediting local experts. The past belongs to everyone, and it's crucial that these powerful new tools are used ethically and inclusively. And we must always remember the difference between reconstruction and reality. No matter how sophisticated our AI becomes, we can never be 100% certain that our virtual Pompeii is exactly as it was. These are educated guesses, powerful and visually stunning hypotheses, but hypotheses nonetheless. The goal isn't to create a perfect replica of the past, because that's impossible. The goal is to create a more dynamic, interactive, and engaging way to explore it, to ask new questions, and to see old evidence in a new light. So, can AI bring lost civilizations back to life? In a literal sense, no. We can't resurrect a Roman legionary or have a chat with Cleopatra, but in a very real, very powerful way, the answer is yes. AI is breaking down the barriers of time. It's giving a voice to silenced scripts, rebuilding shattered cities in the digital realm, and allowing us to explore the complex dynamics of societies that have long since vanished. We are standing at the beginning of a new golden age of discovery. AI is allowing us to piece together the grand mosaic of human history faster and in more detail than ever before. It's transforming our relationship with the past, making it more immediate, more personal, and more own. The ghosts of history are beginning to speak, and for the first time, we have the technology to truly listen. What do you think? Which lost civilization would you love to see brought back to life with AI? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the past and future. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more fascinating intersections of technology and history, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you in the next one.